actually wind up saving people a lot of money, and rather than suppressing their pain, getting to the root of it. I had a woman who had terrible interstitial cystitis, which is, we have to run to the bathroom 30 times because your pee is painful and burning, and you can't have a life. And she was able to have some dreams that brought up difficult stuff from her childhood that gave us something to tap on. And we then tapped on the dream content. She got better in one session, and then started having healing dreams where she was showing up as a powerful healer in her dreams, and essentially rescuing herself from her condition, and wound up now doing very well months later after only one tapping and dreaming session. So that's where I hope we're going in the future. So.
I hope so, too, and that is a really good point about the other side of how dreams can help us when we're not on the right treatment. I myself have had dreams when I was on a particular prescription medication that was not a good match. I kept having dreams that I was drugged, that somebody had, pinned me down and shoved a needle in me, even though the prescription was not hypodermic. I would dream that somebody was kidnapping me, drugging me, trying to kill me, and I've just had another post, and I have a Facebook group for intuition and inner guidance, and if people want to find that, they can go to my website, thedreamdetective.com, and there's a link to my Facebook Intuition and Inner Guidance support group. But anyway, somebody just posted in there yesterday about how they were taking a prescription drug and they were having dreams that somebody was drugging them and trying to kill them. So I think those kinds of dreams are a very graphic indicator that we might want to pay attention to. Is this the right treatment if we're on something that might not be the right match for us?
I totally agree. Yeah. Well, I think there's a whole wealth of intuitive information out there that's being greatly underutilized. So, time to bring it all back.
Absolutely. Amen. And I applaud your work because you are an actual doctor. Conventional medicine will listen to someone like you more than people like me and Kat, who are dream experts in our own right, but we are not coming from that same system. So somebody who's worked within that system and has the medical knowledge really provides a lot of validity for the people who live in that world, and I really applaud you for your work and what you're doing to help bring this all to light.
Yeah, it's been an interesting journey into itself, and I've had some really good dream guidance along the way. Kat and I share some of our own personal dreams in the book about how we were guided, and one of my favorite dreams from the book was when I was deciding to go back. I'd been at Duke and co-founded the Integrated Medicine Center 20 years ago, but had left and got called back to go work there again in 2015, but I had a lot of reservations about whether that was the right thing to do. And I had this amazing dream where I was back on the Duke campus where I'd been an undergrad, and I was taking a class with my favorite English teacher, and she said, "This is going to be a course in creative writing." I'm going like, "Whoa!" I said, "I didn't sign up for that." And then I go off on this winding road, on this journey, kind of like a hero's journey. And I go down to the bottom of some windy road, and there's an old woman, like a hag, at a roadside stand selling elixirs. So I drink the magic elixir. I buy the elixir. I drink it down. There's a message inside the bottle that says, "Go in the elevator, hit the down button." I walk over the elevator, go down to the bottom, and I step out onto a yellow brick road, and I'm kind of off to see the wizard. So that was my journey back into the underworld of medicine to go back to Duke. So I'm back there, and one of the things I've done since I've been back is to do another dream research project with a friend of mine who's a holistic breast imager, and that'll be coming out later this year. Don't have the results published yet, so I'll talk about that in a future show.
And you and Kat are working on another book, isn't that right?
We're just in the proposal phase at the moment.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry, I misunderstood that. But it sounds like you will have lots of content if you do.
Yes, I think we're getting close to the end of the first segment of the show here, but I have texted Kat and haven't heard back from her yet, so we'll see.
Well, should we check in with Bob? I think we were going to take callers around this time. And I don't know if you need to go. If there's callers, I can take that, or if you're open to staying on, that would be lovely.
A couple more minutes, and then I'll turn it over to you for the rest of the show.
Okay.
So I will just tell one quick story from my new research. It's an anonymous survey, so I don't know who these people are. I don't even know if they have breast cancer. But the one woman said that her daughter always comes and guides her with her health concerns. And
in her dreams?
In her dreams. And she said that's why she came to get the mammogram as part of this study, and also getting a breast biopsy. And I don't have the results of the biopsy, but she said her daughter died of cancer 15 years before, and she's been her guide ever since, which is actually not that uncommon of a story. Many of the guides in the book were either deceased relatives, usually parents or grandparents, not children, but or they were doctors wearing white coats, or other healthcare professionals dressed, in typical lab coat. And often the people would then meet them a couple weeks later. And my friend who had the wheatgrass dream, when she had her diagnostic dream, she was being operated on by a woman surgeon in the dream. And when she got referred to go get the biopsy a couple weeks later, she walked in the office and was shocked to see the woman who from the dream. And it was like, okay, that's probably what we were talking about when you're getting into the precognitive dreaming, is where modern science has a real hard time digesting that. But it happens.
Right, right, it does. And it's kind of hypocritical because science is actually starting to validate the presence of psychic phenomena.
Yeah, and understanding that it is actually possible to have precognitive experiences, and they can't be written off as anomalies anymore, because modern physics is starting to show that there is the potential for that happening within the realm of science. So stay tuned for coming attractions.
Excellent. Well, I know you have to go, so
I hate to bust in. We're going to do a 3-minute commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Okay. Well, Mimi, I'm going to let you take over after this. I'm going to sign off. So say hi to Kat when she comes on.
Okay.
All right.
I will. It was great talking with you.
Nice to connect. We'll see you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye, Larry.
What if dreams can diagnose your life? What if we can meet the love of our life in dreams? Join host Kat O'Keefe Canavas, the #1 internationally best-selling author of Dreams That Can Save Your Life, written with Duke University medical doctor Larry Burk. Dreaming Healing is where we'll explore dreams, research, and interpret dreams from you, the caller. Dreaming Healing shows can be heard every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern, with live shows on the first and third evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific Time on syndicated Dream Vision 7 radio network. Come live your dreams out loud with Kat.
What happens when we begin to realize that the 200-year experiment we've called the American healthcare system has failed? Learn how spirituality, ancient traditions, and cutting-edge science are merging to create a new paradigm of wellness on Awakened Wellness with Mylène Riobe, MD. Tune in every Tuesday at 11 a.m. and 11 p.m. Eastern Time with live shows on the first and third mornings, when you can call in and ask Dr. Mylène the questions that matter most to you. Dr. Mylène is the medical director of the Riobe Institute of Integrative Medicine in Jupiter, Florida. For more information, visit riobeintegrativemedicine.com. Dream Vision 7 Radio Network invites you in for this dynamic, forward-thinking show. After narrowly surviving the attack on Sandy Hook Elementary, first grade teacher Caitlin Roy DeBellis was left searching for answers that would never come. Eventually, she chose to focus on questions that could be answered. How do I make sure this tragedy doesn't define us? How do we get our control back? Those two questions led her to found the 501c3 nonprofit organization Classes for Classes. When gifts poured into their classroom, she decided they would help someone else by paying it forward and being kind. This developed into a social network which allows K-8 classrooms to connect so that every student in the United States can learn these crucial lessons. Classes for Classes' mission is to build students' social-emotional intelligence by connecting them to care. All C4C projects are crowdfunded. Any teacher in the U.S. can visit classesforclasses.org. That's classes, 4, classes.org. Sign up today.
Omega Institute, offering workshops, retreats, and online learning dedicated to awakening the best in the human spirit. For 40 years, Omega has been a gathering place for great thinkers, creative talent, spiritual teachers, and social visionaries. With 390 workshops to choose from, Omega offers something for everyone. Located in Rhinebeck, New York, just 90 miles north of New York City, Omega's natural environment and quiet pace allow for extraordinary experiences to unfold. Learn more at eomega.org.
This is Dream Vision 7 Radio Network, uniting mankind with universal love. Our shows are created from the heart, bringing each listener to a place of divine enlightenment. Breathe, relax, and enjoy. Let life flow.
Welcome back to Dreaming Healing on Dream7Visions.com. I am your host, author and video podcaster Kat Cannabis, and you can watch my shows on my Facebook professional page, Kathleen O'Keefe Cannabis, author, speaker, dream expert. And if you don't remember the link for Dreaming Healing, you can listen online, on mobile, in cars, with Bluetooth, and through Amazon's Echo by asking, Alexa, play Dreams Vision 7 Radio Network. If you have a dream or nightmare to share online with us this evening or an interpretation, call now at 833-220-1200. And you can also email me your dream if you don't want to talk online. And you can go to my website, KathleenO'KeefeCannabis.com, or thequeenofdreams.com, and send me an email from my website. We're so glad you're here. And Mimi, you've been doing a great job just playing with Dr. Larry Burk until I was able to get here. We had a huge family emergency, terrible car accident in the family. I had to go to the emergency room and sign papers. And I just got back. So thank you so much for taking over for me. I was trying to get home in time.
It was easy to talk with Burk.
Yeah, it sounded like you and Larry were having a great conversation.
Yeah, we have a lot in common, with the dream thing. So it was really easy to talk to him, absolutely. And I hope that you and your family are okay.
Well, yeah, my family member did come out of surgery, and she survived the surgery, and she had to have her spleen removed, but everything's going well. I had to sign papers for power of attorney, but I think hopefully I won't need them. So anyhow, but let's talk about you now. You are the Dream Detective. Tell us how you got that name.
Well, I just came up with it one day. I think I wanted to put a website together for my dream work, and I was just sort of troubleshooting with a friend, and somehow we came up with this name, and it's really stuck. I really enjoy it. It's fun because it really does fit how we work with dreams. I always say it's like detective work because we might explore one clue, and that clue might not lead anywhere, but it might lead to another clue, which leads to another clue, which then leads to the answer. Because, as you know, dream work is really an exploration, just like detective work.
No, you're so right. And sometimes with the dream work, with our own dreams, that detective part of our dreams is learning our dream language. And I think that our inner selves have a lot of fun trying to teach us that language. Do you find that as well?
Absolutely. It is